Hello everybody, welcome back on another check-in video. It's a new day. It is a new shirt. And a slightly new format. Now we are doing our monthly check-ins. Our check-ins are going to be on a monthly scale. So let's get it kicked off. And welcome back to our show for today. A new day, a new format. Same me. And got a caramel vanilla blend today. And yes, let me take a sip. Let's start off with our channel updates. We did do a weekly check-in earlier in the month. So this time we are basically going to do a couple of reminders as we try to branch out on this. Our new format is going to be our old format. Because if you remember, the old format, we had the weekly topic and we had a lot more detailed stuff in it. And then we changed it to remove the weekly topic and to get a little bit more brief. But on the 1 month deal, there's going to be a lot more stuff to cover. So we are going to take our time with it, and we're going to relax and enjoy our time together. Yes, right? So first off, we're going to start off with some of the updates on our channel updates. The YouTube update, this is just a reminder that YouTube did have some changes for the month of February, and they're all focused in on the community. So if you opt in to this particular change, it's not a mandatory change, you can select to allow your subscribers to be able to post on your community tab. Now, the community tab has been changed from community to post, just simply post, but it's being designed as a community hub now. And so all of the changes that they made were basically in support of this main change, where if you allow it, your subscribers can create new posts on your post tab. They've made some adjustments to your administrative control, turning it into like a moderator type deal. And with that in mind, it allows you to be able to create your own neighborhood, which is my term, all right, on your channel. I'm probably not going to select, YouTube is not like a main priority for me. I love my neighbors, I love my community, but I do work full time, I do have other hobbies, and I do a lot more. And so my focus isn't on my channel. It is a main priority or a high priority, but it's not the priority. So we are going to refrain from having to put too much moderation into building a community with my channel. I do hope that you guys continue to interact with me, because I love being able to interact. I love communicating. I love being able to be involved with you guys. But, however, we are going to not elect to moderate you, because I've seen some already, and lots of people out there are doing it already, and it means editing your comments and approving certain posts, and I don't really have the means or the patience to go through that. So yes, but that's YouTube. That is YouTube. That's YouTube, and that's how YouTube wants to do it. And I don't know if I'm a real big fan of the change, because I did like it. I noticed it almost immediately when they changed the community to posts, but that's how I found out about it. Because I did some research as to why that was, and then that's when I saw the notification. Because they didn't tell you, they don't tell you, they didn't send you a notification saying we're making these changes. They just made the changes, and then there you have it, right? So there's that. But as far as the channel goes, we are making some other changes as some of the things that we'll put out. So our weekly check-ins will go to a monthly deal. We've got Bookish Texas. So our Bookish Texas, we are going to be changing it to a community post, We will maybe on occasion making announcements. We'll start making more announcements the upcoming weekend. During the monthly check-in, we'll be doing a review of the Bookish calendar for Bookish Texas. And that will be as it's available. So we may do more Bookish Texas announcements throughout the month, but it will mainly be focused in on the community posts. So if you are subscribed, then you'll get those notifications to this channel. If you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. And then click that bell for those notifications, and then every single time the Bookish Texas calendar is released, you'll get a notification and you'll see it pop up in your feed. That's the better way to do it right there. We also started doing where would you read it? That's a new little thing that I started doing. So far, there's only 2 of them out. We'll have another one coming out later on this weekend, right? And that will be twofold. So there will be a post made in the post community area, and then later, a couple of days, a day or two later, or just later in the week, we will make an announcement that it has been posted, and we will do a video for the Where Would You Read It. And we're coming up on Where Would You Read It number 3. We have it set up. I'm just going to go ahead and post that this weekend, and then we'll go from there. But that is just something, something different, something just to interact with. How often do we get the opportunity to choose an exotic location? We get to choose where we go, but I read in my car, I read in my bedroom, I read in my office, I read at work. But when I go do stuff, I go there to do those things, right? I don't go there to read. So just what if I have a really cool title and I get to pick, reading it at a waterfall, reading it at a campsite, reading it, on a empty bridge, So just curious, right? Let's have fun with some of our imaginations. Now, you will be limited to 3 choices. And how does this work, right? I will give you a story summary, a book summary, a synopsis of a story that I've recently read, and just give you a description of what the story is. And then I will give you 3 options as to where you can pick to read that story. And it first started off as just a thought, would it matter? Would you read a book? Let's just say you have a choice. So let's say it's a zombie story, right? And you have a choice between, reading it in the mall, in the food court, or reading it at a cemetery, right? Cemetery seems like the obvious choice, right? Because it's a zombie book, right? So zombies coming out of the cemetery. But how many people would choose the food court, right? Zombie book, yeah. What if it's like, what was that, World War Z with, Brad Pitt, just, would you choose to read a story that is contrary to the type of story it is? Does it matter? Would it influence your reading experience? I don't know. But I tried this myself. I came across this myself. It was like a question that was posed to myself at one point, and I thought to myself, well, if I do read something, would it change? You know what? Even though that's a zombie story, I think, I could see myself reading it off of the falls of a waterfall or something. What if it was a log cabin in the woods or something? So I just thought it was a pretty cool concept and just something else to talk about. And then hopefully it'll become more popular with folks and it will strike up some more conversation. But that's basically the basis of that particular video. So I hope you guys get involved with it. It's pretty cool. Currently, we got 2 of them up. And each time that I do a Where Would You Read It, a wordy, WWYRDI, wordy, right? Yeah, wordy. I have 2 of them up. And basically when I do that, I will post the wordy in the community tab and then come back and let you guys know that it's been posted. And I hope more folks get involved. I get a few people in it. It's pretty cool. It's fun. Let's do that, right? So we got 2 up. We got another one coming up this weekend. And what else, man? We got, those are the posts that we're doing. So Bookish Texas and the wordy is going to be a constant thing. Hopefully at least, Bookish Texas is going to be every week, once a week. And it's going to be a little bit more detailed too as well, because there were some things I wasn't putting on there because I didn't want the video to be too long. But if I'm putting it in a community post tab, then it's different. So I'll put more information in there. And if there's anything with Bookish Texas that you like, and there's not enough information up there, I'll put links up when I have them. But if I have some of the links are kind of hard to type out, and the copy and paste is kind of, if there's something on that Bookish Texas event calendar and you want more information, just drop a note in there. You can email me or you can drop a note in there and I will forward some more information to you, respond to your comment and forward you some more information. Video posts, we are doing book tags once a week. If nothing else, there will be a BookTube tag video released once a week. And we have at least 3 of them up for this month. So there's that to watch. We have we've got 2 wordy videos, and I've got a couple of the main purpose for the channel, right? The main purpose for the channel is to get these book reviews out. So I'm actually getting some book reviews out. So I have we just did I just turned it in. It was a library copy. Lost in Taiwan graphic novel. We've got 2 more coming up. We've got, you can't see it, but we've got Death of a Dentist by MC Beaton, and we've got One Step Too Far, already recorded, just doing the editing, and we'll have those up and out pretty soon. So upcoming videos, we'll have those out soon. And what am I doing now? I actually started creating I'm gonna create my own reading log, a physical reading log. So I started it on the computer because I want to be able to access the information. I've been using Goodreads. Yeah, I've been using Goodreads, but it only provides you with certain information, not exact details. And so I wanted to start doing keeping better record of what I'm reading. And so I have created a form, and I'll share it with you hopefully at the end of the monthly check-in. I'll be able to have a copy of it. It's still rough draft, it's not finished, but I'm going to create my own reading log binder book, a physical copy where I can flip through it, So I have copies. I'm creating the forms. I used to do that for the military. I was an admin guy for a while, and I used to create forms and do other things. I've been creating forms even as a civilian for a long time. So, yeah. That is good. So as I'm doing I did the end of year tag back in January. It was late in January, but I did it in January for 2024. And there were some things that I wanted to do and some information I wanted to share with you guys I couldn't really share because, I didn't have the information and I couldn't track it through Goodreads. So I was left with just kind of making stuff up as I went along. So the video was kind of haphazard, but so I thought, and a lot of folks are saying, just write it down. Just write it down. I've watched other channels and they're talking, they pull out their little binder. This is, and they're showing you their notes and how they, annotated stuff about the book. And I'm like, man, I need that. I need to do that. So we're going to do that. Well, what is that? Oh, we're going to do a change to my channel referrals as well, too. So there's a couple. I was telling Kevin Tolles the other day. We were chatting back and forth. He was talking about how many folks that he has subscribed to and how he's losing some of the access or notifications from some of his other BookTube neighbors. And we were talking about it, and I was like, well, yeah, I got a lot of people I've subscribed to, like in excess of 600 booktubers, right? So I've been doing this once a month. Every weekly check-in, I was doing a channel referral, just one referral. And it's kind of hard to pick one all the time. So now that we're going to be going to a monthly format, I am going to list a lot of the channels. There's going to be a multitude of channels that I've come across for that month. And maybe perhaps do a spotlight on a specific channel that I haven't mentioned before. And if that channel exceeds 100 subscribers, I will not post them to the main page, just the ones who are, spotlighted and below as a means of being able to support and share their channel. That's not to be offensive or to, be begrudging of anybody else. So we'll change that format. Okay, so now, yes, the best part of the channel is our reading list. Our currently reading, our RIP list. Yes, we are going to do the full month of February. And so I just mentioned that we have completed One Step Too Far by Lisa Gardner. Turned out to be quite a popular author. And, I don't normally pick popular author or popular titles, but she's actually really good. I like Lisa. I like Lisa's writing style so far, and I'm pretty confident that we're going to come across another one of her titles before the year is up. Yes, because I enjoyed that story. The book review will be up and coming soon. And then we have Death of a Dentist. There's no cover, but yeah, This was the gathered by the bookstore challenge. This one was the free clinic library, the clinic free library. Going down to see my PCP, and then of course we'll give you more hints and clues about Rebel Yell. This is going to be a very, very, very in-depth, ongoing storytelling, because this thing is huge. This is, and I've mentioned it a couple of times before. This is, of course, a nonfiction biography of Stonewall Jackson, but this is definitely the largest title I have ever read. So we got that. And then, of course, Lost in Taiwan, the graphic novel, which is the library find. This one here was actually a bookstore purchase. So I'm going to let you guys know where I got the books from as well, too. Lost in Taiwan, graphic novel. The video book review, the graphic novel review is already up on the website, on the channel. That was a library find. We had The Glass House. Yes. Jeannette Walls. We're going to be working on the book review on this one here. This one here is, what category is this? I don't even know what category it is. This was a hard read for me because it has to deal with a lot of dysfunctional parenting. Not very good. Not very good for me. And then, of course, and then this is our current reading. We have 2 of them on our list, of course. We were able to pick this one up. This was a free clinic find. This was also picked from completing the Quick to Judge tag, BookTube tag. We ended up picking this one out of the Quick to Judge. And that is our current, this was the actual reading. These are what we have just recently read. And I could have sworn there was one more, but no, it's not on my list. I didn't write it down. And there we go with that. Okay. So yes. And so far, this is actually pretty good. This is a sci-fi novel. It's going to be really quick. I should be finished this. I only got one more day before the month is over. So I might be able to finish it by tonight. I don't know. We'll just have to see. But if not, it will be finished before the first week in March is up. So, and then we'll be on to a new title from there. So that is so far it's pretty good. I like it. And with that, we are on to Bookish Texas, right? So let's deal with that. We have, I'm punching away on my tablet over here. And it's just the weekend. So when I do the monthly check-in, it'll just be the current weekend. And that is today, tomorrow, and Sunday. So we have the main events. We have the North Texas Teen Book Fest, which is today. It's in Irving, Texas. And then tomorrow, Saturday, we have the it's ongoing. It's a big event. So it starts today and it goes through Saturday, the North Texas Teen Book Fest. Starts today and goes through tomorrow. And then also tomorrow, Saturday the 1st, is a memorial book festival. And it's in memoriam of Joe V. Sanchez, Mayor Sanchez. And that is going to be in Weslaco, Texas. And let's see here. We've got story time workshop for young writers. Brazo's bookstore in Houston. That's tomorrow. Story time. A launch party for Natasha Behima. And it is in Rockport. And you'll be able to see, I'm going to put the link to the Texas, it's actually the last community post that was posted. So if you were to go over to the post tab, you'll see the very first one up there will be the Bookish Texas events. And that will remain the top until maybe Sunday, at least Sunday, and then it'll be replaced with next week's Bookish Texas events. There's also a release party, E.L. Valentine, hosted by Barnes & Noble. It's going to be in the Woodlands. And a book and movie hosted by Alienated Majesty Books in Austin, Texas. I don't have the book on here or the author. But a book and movie pairing at AFS Cinema in Austin, Texas. That's also Saturday. And then Sunday, all I have listed are a bunch of book signings. So we have some authors out there, Caroline Rose authors, Cooper, Dury Denova, and Danielle Clayton. That's going to be San Antonio, Dallas, and Austin on Sunday. Lots of book signings coming up. Right? So that's just this past couple of days. So starting Friday, the North Texas Teen Book Fest in Irving. That's not very far from where I am, actually. Book signings, Happily Ever Writers Conference, Murder by the Book. If you guys are interested in that, they do a lot of big events, mainly in Houston, but sometimes they're in different locations. But Murder by the Book is I see a lot of their notifications every time I do a Bookish Texas event. Yeah, and then I guess that will do it. I will do it. You got to bear with me. I've got my timer on my phone, and it's letting me know that I've only got so much space to record this video. I didn't clear off my hard drive, so I may have to clip this video a little bit, and that's why I keep looking up here instead of looking at you. So that's Bookish Texas. That's Bookish Texas. And let's talk about we haven't done this weekly topic. I think I'm going to change it. It has to change because I've noticed that when I made the change, I haven't released a discussion topic since I made the change. But I noticed that my check-in videos got more views and more involvement when the topics were involved. And so I don't really have a basis of being able to compare the two. So we'll probably do it out. But we're going to change our format for our topic to Hear Me Out. Yeah. So it's going to be a Hear Me Out. And I am going to test whether or not we're going to use it as a separate video, or if we're going to go ahead and leave it in the monthly check-in. But we're going to start with March. So in March, we're going to launch the Hear Me Out series. And in the Hear Me Out series, we are going to start having our discussion topics separately. And if it doesn't improve the numbers, then we'll go ahead and start including the weekly topic or the discussion topic in the monthly monthly check-in. So yes, our discussion topic is about book buying, right? The reader and the 3 common stages of book buying. Yes, right? We don't buy at stage 1. That's where I was for the majority of my life, right? Then there's book 2. There's stage 2, which is buy to keep. I don't know what's going on with me. Buy to keep. And then stage 3, which is buy to trade. And I am going to take some time to break those down and to discuss the habits and hobbies and the behaviors of readers that belong to those individual stages. Starting off with the first stage of don't buy. Just read. Don't buy. And how do you do that? That's my biggest thing. I would save money. I wouldn't buy books. I wouldn't buy books for the life of me. I had a e-reader, and almost every single book on my e-reader was either a temporary book that you checked out from a different app like the library, or it was a free book that I got because I earned points through another system and was able to transfer them to my Kindle. And then, of course, I did make a couple of purchases, but these were like 99-cent books, full books. They were really good books, but, I spent maybe $1 or $2 on them. Yeah. That was the initial stage, right? Stage 1 of the behaviors of a book buyer, reader, reading books and buying books, is don't buy the book. Don't buy. Don't buy. Just read. Read and move on. Turn it back in. Borrow it. Borrow. So we'll go into how I was able to sustain I was in that stage for a long time. And the stages usually cycle in that order too. So when I give the first stage, I will explain that is the common cycle for a book buyer, right? You start at not buying, and then you start buying to keep. You build up your library, your home library, and then from there, you buy specifically to trade. Start trading off, unhauling, as some folks like to call it. And so we will start off with that. I think that's going to be an awesome discussion topic. And so that's going to start, I think, maybe next week, hopefully I'll have that out. Because I don't want to just get on here and babble. I want to have some like debatable discussion topic where I can actually talk it out and we can actually have some conversation about it. Get some people to respond and reply. And let's talk about it. Stages of a book buyer. And that leads me into our channel referrals, the conclusion of our video for this month. And these are just a few. I have a lot. Like I do like an insane amount of subscribing. And I try to talk to as many folks as I can. I will put the channels mentioned in the description down here. Excuse me. So that way any of you can visit their pages. And this particular month, I am going to have a spotlight. She's well over 100 subscribers. But I have truly enjoyed her demeanor. I've enjoyed her page. We've been communicating the past couple of days. And I found out that she's out here with her mom as well, too. So her mom just opened up. Her mom is brand new to booktubing. Now, they're not new to YouTube. They knit together. So, right? So they have multiple pages. I think they share one, actually. So they have one each as a booktuber, and then they share one together where they actually knit together. So that's pretty cool. And it's great to listen to them. They just recently did a collab for, I think it was the audio book tag. They just did a collab on that. So that's pretty cool. So we'll talk about that. But we're going to go ahead and I'm going to mention these names. And then we'll go ahead and bring our video to a close. So we have Cheyanne at Branded by Books. We have Pam at Spookologist. Gilliam at Gilliam R91. Maria at Maria's Birdie Reads. Shelly at Shelly Seward 6321. Nagel at Nagel Bagel 10. Megsy at Megsy 14. Anne at Anne Reads Books. And Marlicia, whew, good Lord, at Marlicia Muses. Also, the channel is titled Marlicia's Meanderings. Cute title. She doesn't have but only a couple of videos up on the BookTube channel. But she's just recently started that up, and she's got a copy of her. They both did the tag separately, but when Marlicia did it, she did the with the daughter. It's the daughter. It's a mother-daughter team. Talia Nerds Out, right? That's the name of her channel. She is the spotlight for this month, and our first monthly spotlighted, and it's a wonderful channel. She's got over 200 subscribers, and she's got plenty of videos for you to watch. Very down to earth, very cozy, and yeah, like I said, yeah, she's our spotlight. Talia, I want to appreciate your shout out and the communication that we had over the past couple of days. I got a chance to talk with your mom. This is going to be very, very, very wonderful being able to look forward to seeing and interacting with you guys, and just being able to enjoy your content. I enjoy your content. So there we have it. There we have it, everybody. And I want to thank you guys for joining me. And so excited. This thing here, man. My gosh, for real. This is a monster. That is a beast. But it's written so well. So this is written by S.C. Gwynne. Now, there is let me know. I don't know. I'll probably do some research about this later. But there's a John Gwynne out there. I don't know if they're related. But I tell you what, even though this is a nonfiction historical biography, it is written like a novel. It really is. It starts off very descriptive, very encapsulating, but very offsetting as well. So I'm really looking forward. I thought I was going to have this thing finished, started in January and finished by March, mid of March. Not going to happen. It's not going to happen. First of all, this book is too big to be carrying it around. So unless I'm walking around with just this, I have when I do most of my reading at work, and I'm not lugging that thing. I'm not lugging that thing. I'm loving it, but I'm not lugging it. So, with that said, I want to thank you for joining me, and as always, y'all just keep on reading, right? Keep reading.